Oh, Tim Dillon's in L.A. He's going to sell out. Yes. Correct. Correct. I am here. And I have my asshole gaping wide open for a multinational corporation to mount me and fuck me, to lay eggs in me that will give birth to an army that will murder your families. Here's the problem. No one's doing that. I'm just here with my ass open, and nobody's mounting me. Not one. I'm ready. I keep telling them, my life for you. What am I, I'll feed Billie Eilish every day in her cage. I'll look after her. I mean,
You're selling out. You're putting wigs on in a garage and ranting.
I mean, this is how dumb they are, though. This is how dumb people are. But let them think. Let them think.
That's nice, yeah.
I am putting wigs on in a garage. But that's the future. Like when me and Ray told a bunch of our fans to join ISIS and move to Syria, we did that, number one, because I think you should travel. I think you should leave. I've said people should go teach English in China. And I've said if you feel strongly about something, I don't agree with ISIS. They've done horrible things to gay people or whatever. But it's hard for me to not respect if my friend Ryan, who's a personal trainer and a DJ, if he were to join ISIS and be in Syria, and I saw a photo with him in that Jeep Grand Cherokee with that Kalashnikov, I would be a little proud. I'd be a little proud that he did it. There's nobody that I've ever liked in my life that I didn't also want to kill.
Right.
That is the thing that you have to remember. There's not one person I've ever truly loved and appreciated that I didn't want to kill. Mm-hmm. I imagine my close friends getting into car accidents. As I go to bed, I imagine them taking their last breath. And I love them. I love them more than anything. And then he just sits there, and they're both like young professionals, good looking, Yeah. And then he looks at me, and then he goes, okay, now tell her how the Clintons fuck kids. So I was like, dead serious. Not a joke. Wasn't funny. He wasn't trying to be funny.
Right.
He's like, now tell her how the Clintons fuck kids. Tell her.
Man.
And I'm like, so I'm eating like dessert. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's the Clintons, but there are human trafficking. And I'm literally, I'm like, people in positions of power. And I'm eating,
Yeah.
So you don't know who's showing up. You don't know what version, but
Okay.
You don't know who's coming. If you shut up my Long Island school and these fucking billionaire families were going around trying to find spokesmen, God help you. God fucking help you if you stumbled upon me or my fucking friend. Yo, the shooting was wrong, but like sometimes people need to get fucked up. But I get it. Like shooting people in the face is not good. Shoot them in the leg. Like there would be not a soul that I went to school with who would rise to that occasion. It would just be they would have to sift through Long Island trash for an hour of just like, okay, let's bring in Tracy. Tracy, how do you feel about what happened? Yo, I was like really scared, but the reality of the situation is this. I don't really give a fuck because I'm focusing on myself and I'm focusing on, I really want to do cosmetics. This is something I've always believed in. And the reality is my mother is like, you should stop drinking and you should raise your daughter. And I tell her, I'm like, I can do both. So what I need to do is I don't really care about the fucking shootings and shit. I don't think you should ban guns. I think maybe I should have a gun. Binary, good, then that's it. It can't be 5,000 different make-believe genders that you've come up with because you read the Chronicles of Narnia and you want to be a fawn. These are all nerds. Here's one reason why. Because if you go out to eat alone and you don't want two plates on the table at the same time to make you look like you're a fat pig. You want to eat one plate and then get rid of it and then have them bring the next plate so that nobody knows that you even had the first plate. It's gone now. There's no evidence. You don't just start throwing plates at the table like this is a mess hall and we're all eating quick before we go back out to war. You bring the appetizer first. I don't care what the kitchen's doing. Control the fucking kitchen. Don't fire up the entree until you see me eating the appetizer. Do not put I don't care if it's a diner. It's not my fault you work in a fucking diner. You orthopedic shoe wearing bitch. And this isn't even, you wanted to get the government's attention. This is a joke, and I'm a joker. Jokey, jokey, joke. But if you wanted to get the government's attention, you would strap a bomb to a 2-year-old and send that toddler into a Grand Central. Every week, you would go to a different station, and the toddler would walk in, and this is fun. I did this on stage. It was kind of funny because I do a toddler walk, and it's very funny, but a lot of people don't laugh. But it's very funny to a few certain select people in the room that are they're really over life. So they think this shit's good. So I do the toddler walk and I go, and the toddler he's got a little bear attached to him, but it's a bomb and he just goes, whoosh. And then people, listen, you're going to get some attention. They'll be like, these fuckers are willing to send in toddlers to train stations at rush hour and blow them up. I'm not saying to do that. Well, in Long Island, everybody gets a house because their mother starts showing signs of cancer.
Right.
And instead of taking her to the doctor and getting her better, you wait.
Yeah.
You just wait and you sit on your hands and you listen to her voice. And every day it gets a little weaker. And then one day she goes, and you go, everything's fine. And then she falls down the stairs one day, and you look at her and you wait till she stops breathing, and then you call the ambulance.
Yeah.
And then she's dead. You inherit her house. And immediately, while her body is still warm, you start bitching about all the taxes you have to pay on the house that you fucking inherited. You're like, these taxes are ridiculous. I'm paying for everything here. Is it when I order a quesadilla and then a open-faced turkey sandwich, these are not to be delivered at the same time. They're radically different. They don't complement each other at all. I'm double fisting guacamole and gravy in front of people at 9:30 in the morning, sitting on the sidewalk because I'm not allowed in the restaurant. I was in a show called Lake of Fire. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't that. But I was in another show called Christmas Dreamers Awaken. It was about a woman who was raped by her father repeatedly. And it was in the Village. When the Village was cool, it had little black box theaters. And I was in this, I think I was 8 or 9 or something. I don't even know what I did. I just kind of sat there while the main character went on and just hinted about her dad raping her. She never fully, but it was pretty, if you were intelligent, you knew what was going on. Her father came to the show, and he sat there through the whole thing, and it was clear that the main character was his daughter and that he was the rapist. He molested everybody. And she said, "What do you think?" afterwards? And he went, "I thought it was good. It was a little long." And now that's been replaced in Manhattan by theater kids. I'm going to go into meetings, and when they're like, "Mr. Dillon," I'm going to say, "Excuse me?" "Oh, no, it's Miss. It is Miss Dillon, and I'll wait for the check. Thank you." Sold out his tribe, and you guys named a high school after him in Tuscola, Texas. Because he sold it out for the white man. Great. Can I sell out gays? I hope the Family Research Council names a building after me. Who was Tim? Why are we going to Tim Dillon's Christian High School? Well, during the Great War, Dillon informed on all the people who wouldn't message him back on Grindr, and they were slaughtered. So he sold out his community, and that's why we named a high school after him. He was a good man. And they've revolutionized everything. Gutenberg with the printing press. They came out and they gave people the idea that they could live. There's people out there that they now believe they can be like me and live. And it's such an honor to inspire people creative. Can you cut it out? Nobody is out there. It's a mirage. It's a black box. Nobody's at what some fat chick from Ohio's now going to move to New York. She was going to anyway. She was coming anyway. Stop. Just be happy. Do you know, have you seen like a horror movie or The Walking Dead or Bird Box or any of these zombie movies, these post-apocalyptic movies where like everybody gets a disease?
Right.
And there's always a scene in the movie where a guy, like 8 people that haven't been turned into zombies or holed up somewhere.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes into the thing and they're trying to figure out like, is this person feral?
Right.
Have they been bit?
You can't say.
So this is the thing. When you get booked on a show, you start going, so I look at this one comic, she books me, she goes, hey, I'm a fan. I got 2 shows for you.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, really cool. Then I look at her Facebook and I see her Facebook profile has every club she's ever worked at. Like comedian at Comedy Store, comedian at Improv, comedian at Flappers, comedian at this, comedian at Haha, comedian at. So immediately, as soon as I see that, I go, she's been bit. She's feral. She's feral. She's feral, which means she's mentally ill. She's no longer with us.
Yeah.
She's no longer healthy. She's no longer fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
She's been bit. She has the disease.
She has the disease.
She's got the itch. Bad.
Real bad.
So I'm a little skeptical of the show, but I figure it's probably just a regular shitty show.
Right.
That this
15 people.
Yeah, that this zombie has booked me on. Because that's what comedians who don't succeed become zombies. Because they're running on an operating system that isn't human.
Right.
And it's not human anymore.
Right.
I just want to move here. I'm going to get real good, and then I'm going to move to New York and make Pappy real proud. And I'm like, great. Where's Taco Bell? You have a Taco Bell here? Good. Do that. Do all of that. I just want to get on the Tonight Show. Great. Where's that custard place? Can we go there? Can we go there, please? And we'll have quiet on the way. People don't give a shit. They don't care. They want to be socialist. They want to be alt-right. They want to be a thing. And they want a game. And they want to be online with people that think like them. And they want to make memes. And they want to go get laid. And they go to the fucking Brooklyn Red Socialist Party event mixer. I'll go down there and suck a few communists off. What do I give a shit? But this is what they want to do. They don't give a shit. They really don't care. They want to get a Patreon going. They want money. They want fame. What they don't want is any real fucking... So I say to her, I go, hi, is this an open mic? Like, just let's...
Jesus.
She goes, no, it's a book show. She goes, but it's all comics in the audience. And I'm like, well, that's a mic. But I don't say that to her.
Right, you can't.
Because she's been bit. So I don't want her to bite me. I don't want whatever has infected her to infect me. That's why you can't spend time with losers. Yeah. People think I'm being mean when I say that. No, you catch it.
Right.
You catch loser
Yeah.
from these people.
Yeah.
So then I see a girl that I love who's a brilliant comic, who's sitting at the bar, who's really good, who's had a rough go of it.
Right.
And I walk up to her. I approach her carefully because I don't know if she's been bit either. But it don't look good. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Right.
She looks fine from the outside. You can't see the scales yet. You can't see the bulging veins and the bluish skin. You can't see the vacant look in her eyes, and you can't see the blood dripping from her mouth because she's just had a fresh kill. If you suggest to any of these people that they show up to a homeless shelter or a soup kitchen, they'll look at you like you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you talking about? I just want to go slap up a journalist to protect everybody from Hitler.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
What are you even saying?
Oh,
I want to go burn down some new condo development to fight gentrification. Okay. Have you ever helped anyone in your own family or a friend who was hurting? They're like, what?
Yeah.
It's hard to take these people seriously. When most people go to an audition, there's hundreds of people, thousands of people. I mean, when I go, it's 4 fat comics. We see each other every fucking time, and they give it to someone else anyway. It's the same 4 fat idiots sitting there going, yep, we'd go in again. And then we say 2 words. They go, Slate, Tim Dillon, 6-1. Please read the line. Armed robbery. Next. So they DM me, goes, hey, I'm getting my business idea ready. Can you buy me a week or two? I'm definitely going to do the Wix site, but I don't have my business idea ready to go on your show yet. And I said, well, we're probably not doing it for another week, but I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, you know, this guy has no idea.
Right.
And he's just sitting around, and he's going to call in here, and he's going to tell us an idea that's already a thing.
Yeah.
He'll tell us an idea that's already a fully operational business.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, I need a while to get my business idea ready. I'm like,
It's
God help us.
It's Uber.
Yeah. Oh, it will be.
It'll
It'll be Grubhub. It'll be something that's already functional. What if I was Christ? What if I was Jesus Christ? What if Jesus Christ walked into this fucking restaurant and said, I want to sit at the big booth. No one's fucking here. I know that it's reserved for 6 people. They're not coming here. Your food sucks. No one's here. People get tricked into coming to this dumb restaurant, or people sit here all coked out, licking a grapefruit, pretending it's somebody's asshole. This isn't a culinary experience. It's dumb kids and old queens. I know what this fucking place is. Let me sit in the big booth, you cunt. What if I was Jesus having that moment? Would you shun me and turn me away? Would you fucking say, thank you, Christ, for a very accurate assessment of this restaurant? They don't give a shit and they don't believe in anything. So don't fucking come at me when I'm trying to eat a Poke Bowl. Tell me that I don't give a shit. You fucking psychopaths. You nuts. I've done the deep dives. I don't give a shit because I'm not getting on stage. I don't have a half hour about socialized medicine. The fuck you want me to write about? My mother's in a mental institution. It would be nice if that was nicer. Put a couple of couches in there that are nice. I'd visit more. I have no problem with that. Stop acting like I'm corporate shill. I'm making no money. People call me a corporate. They message me on Instagram like, you're corporate shill. For what corporation? Gas Digital Inc.? Does that even exist? Every day I'm waiting for the FBI to come in and throw us in cuffs. I mean, corporate shill.
Yeah, I don't know anything about St. Louis.
Well, there's not a ton to know.
Ribs?
Yeah, I had some ribs at Pappy's Smokehouse. Somebody's like, you shouldn't have gone to Pappy's. You should have went. Hey, shut up. Shut up. No one gives a shit about your smoked pig and where it's better than where it. No one cares. You should have went to. If Pappy's isn't the best. Half of this place is boarded up. When you're talking about baked beans. No, Pappy's isn't the good one. The good one is there's people giving birth on the street in East St. Louis.
The ribs have a bulletproof vest on them.
Yeah, there's right. There's rows and rows of uninhabited, condemned buildings. Who gives a shit if I went to the third best rib place? Okay? Get some fucking priorities over there. Ah, God. What are you doing? Have a little dignity injected into yourself somehow. A lot of people.
that babe.